If you have an older model car that does not have Android Auto capability, or maybe you don't even have any kind of infotainment at all, you might be interested in adding this very useful feature to it. And even if your car came with a GPS navigation from the factory, the ability to use voice commands naturally to find locations and set your destination is a huge leap in safety and convenience. Navigate to the nearest ATM.
ATM. All right.
Here are 3 popular ways you can add Android ability into your vehicle. There are portable units like this, which you can just mount to the windshield or stick to your dash. Then there are permanent mounted units that replace your in-dash head unit or your in-dash audio system. These come as either a full Android operating system or a basic proprietary operating system with the Android Auto service running on top of it. Which one best fits your needs depends on your own use, but each comes with their own positives and negatives. Keep in mind, this is not a review of these units. This is a look at the different types of Android Auto devices and how they can fit into various use scenarios. First up are the portable units. The best thing about these is that you don't need to take apart your dash to install it. In its most basic use scenario, you can just hook up the cigarette lighter power supply and it's ready to go. Almost all of these come with a tiny built-in speaker to play music or sound, although anything other than voice navigation prompts will just sound horrible in a car environment. Most also come with a built-in mic to receive voice commands. What's the weather in Death Valley?
Right now in Death Valley, it's 67 degrees and sunny.
And have a video input to hook up a rear view camera. Most come with FM modulation for wireless audio transmission. Or you can use the 3.5mm audio jack. You will likely use this for the Android Auto functions, as it's good for a sort of a dumb terminal added to your vehicle's existing system. There are basic functions without Android Auto, like built-in native media players that are very basic. Some do not even support folder structures. And even though if you've arranged them in folders, it will show a single list for all the songs on your SD card. The positives of going this route would be the ease of setup and the portability of the unit. You have a choice of screen aspect ratios also, but I prefer the widescreen format as it works better with the layout of Android Auto. The drawbacks of this portable display would be that they're an easy target for theft if you just leave it laying around on your dash, especially in a high crime area. These are a bit messy and will have a few wires dangling around too if you choose to use the wired audio out and have a backup camera in use and have it powered. I would recommend these for people that need it occasionally, like for a road trip, or if you travel a lot and don't want to pair your phone to rental cars every time. If you actually use Android Auto daily and see value in having a backup camera, a permanent mounted solution should work better for you. For the permanent mount solutions, the permanent mount options replace the existing head unit in your vehicle if that's possible, and as mentioned earlier, comes in 2 popular variants. These usually come with built-in microphones, but many have inputs for an external mic if you need to reposition it. Because these are meant to replace an existing system, they come with a radio tuner and amplifier hardware. Video inputs are here too for backup cameras, and oftentimes a secondary camera for the front or sides are also possible. The first variant has the Android Auto service built on top of a very basic non-Android operating system. These are very similar to the portable units where the native operating system is very basic. That means you are highly reliant on Android Auto for functionality. This is not necessarily a bad thing, as Android Auto has good support and is easy to use. If you plan on using Android Auto exclusively, this isn't going to be a problem as long as the connection is stable. But if you like to have onboard local storage of your media, then make sure that the native system can do what you need. You might be surprised on what basic things they might have left out. The quality and price range of these vary accordingly, so you should make sure wherever you're buying it from lets you return it if it doesn't fit your needs. The second variant is a full Android operating system, so it's just like having a phone or tablet fitted into the head unit and retrofitted for the car environment. That means if you choose to not run Android Auto, the native system, being a fully functional Android system, lets you run any app you can install from the App Store or sideload on your own. You can choose your own favorite music player, watch YouTube, or browse Facebook. Compare this to systems that only have Android Auto functionality, which limits which apps are compatible. These systems usually come with an external GPS antenna, so you can install offline maps like Cigic or Map Factor. These can come in handy if you don't have service in certain areas, or if you haven't preloaded your Google Maps for the area you're visiting. You can also customize your own launcher so the home screen is more of what you like. There are many car-focused car launchers like a Gamma or Car Launcher Pro. Here's an example where Car Launcher Pro was installed and customized to have the Android home screen match the infotainment display on the stock black and white screen. For most of the time, the music functionality is all that's needed. But then when you need Android Auto, you can run that service and it becomes a fully functional Android Auto system. If you want full customization or you like to tinker with the way your system works, choosing a full Android unit would be very beneficial. Although prices are coming down, full Android units are noticeably more expensive, especially with decent hardware and RAM. The lower priced and lower spec'd units lag badly, and while they will function, they are extremely slow. But if you are primarily going to use Android Auto and don't need the customization features or extra apps, the basic Android Auto units can be great if you can find one where the native operating system has enough for your needs.